صبح بخير. Scusa, چطوری؟ کاهش میکنم. خیلی خوبم. متشکرم. یک لحظه لطفاً. انگلیسی حرف میزنی؟ نه؟ Uh, but then میبینمت. Hey everyone, this is Yakety the Free here playing the Hell Hades 2025 free-to-play challenge. It's day 55. Got a whole hunk of energy to spend here on not pop-ups, but on champion training tournament. It'd be nice if you could buy that with energy. Anyways, I was speaking a little Farsi there. And the reason that I chose Farsi today is, let's make sure I get this correctly. On March 20th, it'll be the first day of spring, which is also considered the first day of the new year, especially in ancient Persia or Iran. So it's a celebration, and it's called Nowruz. Okay? And it's to celebrate life, rebirth, and the triumph of light over darkness. And the cursed city has reset today. And I'm going to pretend like in 539 BC, when Cyrus the Great conquered Babylon. I'm not saying that the people that owned it before then were a dark city, but for this metaphor, we're going to pretend. We'll get to that in a minute. Let's take a look here at the leaderboards. Yakety the Free still in fourth place with a 900-point lead almost on Bassandra. I think that's how you would say it, but way behind the top three here. I don't think I'll ever catch any of those three. Definitely not Rob the Nice Guy too. But let's take a look into some of the other sections to show you that I haven't given up and I won't give up. And if you do, there's no point even to start. Don't give up. Don't think you can't accomplish a small goal, one small goal at a time. Okay. And I'll show you what I'm talking about here. When we go into the leaderboards, again, Yaki the Free, I could pick up a couple more of these bonuses right now if I wanted to, but now I'm going to save since, I've got a pretty substantial lead here over Simba 98 on the Great Hall development points. And I made a 12th 6-star. I did Ultimate Galek. It made sense. The game kept giving me the dude. I use them. Then I pushed a little, got some Lizardman stars yesterday and some Sacred Order stars. I had to gear some people up, and I put a stone skin set on somebody. It's absolutely garbage gear, but that buff, beautiful. So as far as I know, I'm still second overall, including on content creators, 33 points behind Rob the Nice Guy 2, which is 11 full stages at 3-star. That's a pretty big lead for them. Now let's go into, once this scrolls up here, the show my progress. And we'll take a look into the Demon Lord. So because I did that Ultra Nightmare hit, it's always going to show that 17.94 million. However, I just did a personal best again before this upload on Nightmare Clan Boss, and I'm not going to do it again. I want everybody to have a fair shot now at the Void Affinity. If you look, 35.7 million. And my Arbiter barely got the weekend on, barely got it on. So I'm sure if I get an accuracy banner for my Arbiter, I have a 1 key on Void. I'm certain of it. There's no doubt in my mind because that's 25% more damage. So let's say even half of that, 10% more damage there would put me right where I need to be for 39.17 million. This week, I'm fairly hoping I'm going to start farming Spider after this champ training tournament. Now, for the champ training tournament, I have food working again in the Great Vault, and I 6-starred. Oh, and I'm trying the new UI setup. It's a bit odd to look at for me. Everything's a bit smaller, but I think it's a bit better overall. And as I said, I 6-starred my ultimate Golek, who is a pretty fast hero now at 219 speed, but he's my debuffer for, AoE burns. So where do I want to take a look today? We want to see the arena real quick here. If I have it reset, if there's anybody, yeah. So I can obviously beat up that Arbiter, no big deal. But let's take a look in the battle log again. And I think this is Russian, not Ukrainian. Okay. But look at this team that I beat again. They had a speed lead, but they don't have a meter booster. And Elva's a wonderful hero, and Leorius does wicked damage, and a 2-star sheeping Loki This is a tough looking team, you might think at first, but as far as I can tell, my Arbiter on defense took care of this team. And it's not about battle power because they have almost double my battle power. I have 180 now because Dathy got a couple more books. But it's about being fast. If you're not a defense resist team, you got to be faster than everyone else. And a 270 Arbiter's quick, but she's not the fastest. However, I'm still getting those wins. It's pretty good. I'm happy about that. Let's go into Curse City now. Okay. So again, as I said, Curse City reset, and there's 4 weeks on the Curse City now. So we have 36 days to push. And I'm happy about this one because now, if we take a look into, I forget this, Sorath, I think is the spider here. You can only beat this stage with a block revive or an AoE burn. And the burn has to be on the boss when you kill him. And I finally have it set so I can use my ultimate Galek. So I'm going to work my way over to this boss. I don't think I can beat Bommel again. I'm going to try with Dathy, and I have two with Morag and Dana. These two both have ally attack. With a Dathy and speed boost, this might be possible. And I have a Master Butcher. It might be possible. If I can take care of that, I'd be so happy. But the idea today is I'm just going to show you going through the initial stages. It's pretty easy for most of these first stages. Obviously, the first one, they're all void. There's no big deal, right? I could put in almost anybody, and I can put them in almost any order, and they should roll right through this. And we'll see if it does that while I have coffee. So this is my third cycle of Curse City. But the first one, I only had 3 days at it. And I forget how long we were, maybe not even 11 days into the overall competition. So obviously, I wasn't going to get too far. But in this one, I bet you this is, as you're seeing, I've had this before. I don't even think I need to bring Tagore anymore. My Alice, she's over 200 speed now. I think Alice can solo right through this. We'll find out. Obviously, the first two waves, she should just boink because there's nobody over level 80. Like this is no big deal. Yeah, and if she procs an extra turn, I love Alice for this. It's really strange to me that she decided to try her A3 to start on the strong against her affinity. Seems like a waste. You know what? Let's work our way to Baumel. Let's see if I'm actually strong enough to take care of Baumel here. And I'm just going to make sure I've got Booster and Arbiter because these guys, it might not seem like much, but they're 90s now, right? And that Kalia can really mess up your day with the heal reduction and all that stuff. But I'm fairly certain this, yeah. Kohler just one shots with their AoE. So if you're having issues in Curse City, it's not mandatory, obviously, to do it. And it's nice as you're seeing, like the initial rewards that I'm getting so far, they're pretty good. So I'm just going to try real quick here. I don't even remember what gear is on most of these champions, but we're not going to put it on auto. So Dathy is obviously going to debuff the boss every time that I try the A2 on him. So I'm going to try it right now. Just because I know the only way I can get through this boss is to burn him down before he plops out all of his bombs. The only reason I have Master Butcher here is if someone else dies, and then he dies, it should be good. So here's the key. Do we use I lose the buff anyways. He's going to steal my strength and buff, right? So I might as well ally attack and hope it's Dathy. And that was a pretty weak hit by Dathy. So we're going to try another ally attack and hope it's Dathy. Oh, and it was Dathy. So this isn't bad, right? The boss is about 30% off before he's even dropped the bomb. It's not bad. So I'm hoping, there is no debuffs that really go on this boss. And this lineup seems like it might be able to do that. I don't think I have the damage now to get through this. Because there's only one hero that has the what do you call it here? The T6 mastery or any masteries at all, really. And that's Dathy. As you see, if Dathy keeps going, he heals himself and he really pounds that boss down. So the idea is As you see, Daithy so far is the only one that's, looks like he's going to die. Come on now. I couldn't do this on the last one, man. I was so sad. That's a good hit. So now I can put the strength in on with Morag. Thank gosh she didn't get stunned. Ooh, here we go. So here's the thing about Master Butcher. If he does res somebody, it's a random res. So, uh, woo, not bad. This might go. There you go, Dana. Come on now, Dathy. Don't you die to this. So it's already got his hmm. No, I don't want to keep getting extra turns while he's got the HP burn yet. Oh, this might go. This might be good. Oh, maybe I should have sped boost there with what's her name? Oh, that's a big hit. This looks good, guys. I did not expect this. Oh, the bomb will sit down, you clown. God, you don't under. Wow. We are Cyrus the Great is my Dathy so far, and we are purging the city. That's not a bad shield for somebody in faction war fodder. And this merciless stuff, it's not too good and not too bad at the same time. But to be able to open that up to get over to here, I'm fairly certain I should be able to get 50 stages cleared now on this. So let's just mess around here. And I'm going to keep pushing in the Cursed City. I'll use all my 8 keys and I'll work my way over to whatever that area is called. I forget. There's so many different areas and names and abilities and whatever now in the game. I forget when I look it up, but I'm not going to take care of Animus, and I'd be really surprised if I'm able to get above 50 clears. You never know. I got, a whole month to do this. Basically, when our competition ends, this clear city is finished. So I will push as far as I can on normal because I definitely can't take out Baumel on hard. Oh, I forgot Ugo. I'm not paying attention here. Doesn't really matter. So here's the other thing, right? I could come back here and get more energy again for this champ training, but whatever. Um, so P, I guess you call this the P section, I don't know. But anyways, here's another Soroth. Would I be able to do it? I would. I could take out both these Soroths because I have a HP burn. Wow, that's like a straight easy shot right through all of this. Let's keep going for the fun of it. So let's I think I think this is all we need to do. Oh, what's the problem here? Oh, you got to take out the other stage in front of it first. That's the problem. Sometimes I'm a fool. Most of the time, I'm just a fool having fun. Let's try this with only one support. Again, this is normal. And be careful because it'll actually default to hard. As if it's the first time you're experiencing Curse City as well, for whatever reason, it defaults it to the hard setting. Even when my account hit level 52 and it unlocked it, I was like, man, this is a lot harder than it should be. And I cleared 3 or 4 stages. And then I was, oh, it's on hard. Anyways, as you're seeing, now that we're, over almost 2 months into the competition, I'm just steamrolling through so far Curse City. And to always bring a res. Anytime you can, bring a res. If you're struggling to progress in anywhere and you can bring a reser, you bring that revive. Obviously it wasn't too necessary, but good enough. That was the person who got revived. She made that, mob easy to kill. It, it's not the order I normally would have done this. I would have stayed in here and cleaned all up the easy stuff here, try to get, this gear and the token for summoning, but I don't care. I want to go where this account's never gone before. I'm pretty excited. So again, now that I can go into here and Persecutor and boom, boom. Yeah. So I got 2 meter boosters and 1 reviver, an ally attacker, a debuffer and Dathy, and a debuffer and an AoE decrease speed in Persecutor, who you just saw killed everybody there at the end. So she's also a strong affinity against all of these force mobs, and so obviously is Dathy. and then Dana and Arbiter being void. So the only one who's a loser essentially against them is Apothecary. And they're not going to kill my Apothecary. Arbiter's wearing his old gear, so he's slow now at like only 220 speed. But he's got full masteries. He's got Giant Slayer. They're not killing my Apothecary. Actually, I'd be surprised if anybody dies. So if you don't know this persecutor hero, her A1 double hitter reduces turn meter by 10% each hit. It has the chance to do it. So she's a really good candidate for a relentless set. And she has an AoE decreased speed. But this is, as you saw, I think it's full auto except for Baumel. And I'm still really excited actually that I hate that guy. How do you say rhino? It's a Nasehorn in Danish. And Austrius, it's Nasehorn. I didn't think I'd be able to take that fool out. So this one's a little bit rough because of Claude and Lady Annabelle, I think. I think. So let's make sure. Does Lammerberg bring speed? Speed in all battles for Lammerberg. This is perfect. Watch this. Doesn't even matter to me, obviously, as you see what order I put people in. And my Lammerberg, I think I'm missing. Oh, I could actually get their Ascension. The 3-star Ascension on this goat-looking thing in the middle puts a revive on death. And I didn't have it available for the Skinwalker Crypt because the Void Keep wasn't open. But I think you saw I picked up 25 baby potions. So if this doesn't work right now, I would go and give this guy his revive on death. He's not doing anything though, is he there? Pardon me. Coffee. Love coffee. So I'm fairly certain, as long as there isn't a big time healer on the last wave, my Jareg, I don't know how you say it, but he could solo what's left here. He soloed stage 14, I think it was, or 15, the last wave in Faction Wars as well. So here's the problem. This if you don't know Strategos Islin, this high elf right here, every time the guy gets hit, he heals for a percentage of his defense. So if you build him with like 5k defense, sometimes he heals for more than the damage he takes. So he's essentially unkillable. So I want to make sure I get rid of this Lady Annabelle. I don't care about anybody else. I'm going to click her right now. Get in there. So I finally also fully ascended my Ugo to 5-star. So if she's the last alive, right, everybody's going to get revived. And that's it. That's my Curse City reset. Nice and easily done. Wow, this is great. I can't wait to get into here. Like these are some decent rewards. Like this P20 to pick up those big oils there. Like that's pretty far into Sand Devil. Bommel, you clown, get out of here. Oh, I'm so happy. I hate that. That boss is overtuned. I think it's overtuned. It should not be where it's put right there for new accounts to be able to succeed. Like that's got to be one of the most aggravating bosses in this entire game for new accounts when you're in Doom Tower. Let's just beat up Arbiter for the end of the video here. And if you stayed this long and you've listened to me prattle on about whatever, I thank you very much. And I hope that you're getting some kind of information about strategies if you're following my journey for your own accounts. Because this game, it's amazing. It's an absolutely wonderful game. I'm not doing 3v3 on camera. It takes too long. And the thing is, it's difficult to know. Every account's different. And you'll see people always asking in chats and discords and on comment section, who should I 6-star next? I have this, this, and this, and this. So the idea of a true educator, not a teacher, the educator allows you to hone your own skills to make your own decisions. And that comes from experience. I have experience, so I know what decisions will be successful because I've already made the errors in the past. So I'm showing you this right now, the Great Hall Affinity bonus. I'm not upgrading any of it until Clan v Clan comes. And it's most likely going to be into the accuracy for my Void people anyways, which is also Coldheart and Arbiter. and I need 10 more wins in the arena. But now, it's kind of negligible to keep going piecemeal, like one upgrade at a time. I'm going to wait until the Clan v Clan starts. Anyways, this was Yakety the Free, purging the evil and bringing the lightness of Cyrus the Great to the cursed city on the first date. I kicked the gate in, I smashed and cut off that rhinoceros horn of Baumel, and I'm on my way to success. Take care, everyone.